And good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you know that I have a live stream channel where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. I always do a collective reading, or I do a one card personal pull for each person in the chat at the beginning of each live stream. And I also have a Patreon with lots of exclusive content over there. If you're interested in either of these things, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the links for that. But for this pick a card reading, let me brag about you. Let me just tell you how amazing you are, because that's what this is about. Let me point out where you are amazing, or how you're amazing, or what other people find amazing about you. This is your true amazingness. This is both what other people pick up on and the more subtle amazingness within you. So if you are new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1 with Silky Malachite, pile number 2 with the Galena, and pile number 3 with the Clear Quartz Cluster. If more than one pile calls out to you, there just may be multiple areas of awesomeness or amazingness within you that you can tune into and learn about today. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please remember though, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading about what is amazing about you, or how amazing you are. Just let me brag about you for a minute. It's okay. This is not for your ego or to fuel your ego in any way. This is more to just tune you into that soul aspect of yourself, to just build this confidence that I think is so lacking in so much of society today. So let me build you up today, and this is just me tuning into your actual energy. So there's nothing I'm doing that's special. It's just you shining your beautiful light and me tuning into that and letting the cards tell the story. And I have a lot of cards here to get on the table. I'm hoping they all fit. We might have to stack because we are going in today. We are leaving no stone left unturned. So let's go ahead. This is the Silky Malachite that you chose for your pile selection, and Silky Malachite is such a glorious stone. It almost glows, it shimmers so beautifully, and it resonates with the heart chakra. It's a stone of protection. But we have here with the Throne card, your potential is endless. We have the number 45 here, which adds up to a 9, which is a number all about tuning into your life purpose, or living your light, living your purpose, and also closing out old cycles. So you guys might be in the midst of closing out one old version of you and being birthed into this whole new version of yourself. And wow, this is so on theme for what I picked up and tuned into for the energies in the December pick a card reading, December 2022. If you're watching way later, you can disregard, or you can check it out. There might be a message for you. But those watching at or around the time of my posting, either you have possibly watched the December pick a card or you plan to. There might be some additional information for you, because this is such a theme right now. And with this, your potential is endless card with the Throne, I'm really envisioning you as this middle center witch here, and she has her hand chakras, which are an extension of that heart chakra, which resonates with the Silky Malachite. Those are on fire. But what this is really telling me is you have so much untapped potential, or potential is there, or maybe you have this really overwhelming sense that there's something big you're meant to do or become or create or achieve in your life, but you haven't been able to quite fine-tune how to do that. For those of you that already have accomplished a lot, but you're just still kind of left holding the bag, or just like, well, that's it. That's all that came of that thing. There's so much more in store for you. Please know that there's so much more potential you are tapping into. It's like what you've done up till now, even though it may have been really great and amazing, so much is left undone for you guys to do, be, accomplish, and create that I can't even put it into words. So those that have felt like you have not lived up to your potential, or that, oh, I don't have any creativity, I'm nobody special. No, you are special. You have so much to give, and there's so much that needs to come in, or there's like a blockage for you to be able to receive. receive compliments. Maybe it was hard for you to click onto this video, like, oh, this is just an ego trip. I don't need to, have someone brag about me or tell me how amazing I am. If that is you and you did click, congratulations. I think it's good that you are trying to overcome this blockage of blocking compliments. You might be someone that when someone does compliment you, you're like, oh no, oh, I just, it's no big deal or anything like that. It is a big deal. You are a big deal, group number 1. So let's get some additional cards here. I think we're going to get 2 tarot cards to really paint a picture of both your internal and external awesomeness. I don't want to just make this purely spiritual, but I don't want to just make it purely vanity either. I want to find, walk that middle line to appease both camps. Okay, what else for group 1? How amazing they are. What do they need to know? Wow, I really do have so many cards out to put on this table. I don't know how I'm going to do it all. 4 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. I think I will start utilizing some of the decoration up here to be preemptive so I don't have to scoot everything up as we go. But wow, again, with the untapped potential, you have a lot of divinely inspired plans, ideas, dreams that maybe you feel are out of your reach, or, oh, someday when I'm, reach this pinnacle or X, Y, or Z happens, then I can live my dreams, then I can accomplish this thing. It might even be for some of you wanting your own home or to own a home or to move from the home you're in and create a whole new home, or quite possibly to get married, create a family and a home together. There's a very deep resonance with the word home. Maybe even, it's funny because Om is like the heartbeat of the planet, like the vibration of the planet is Om, tuning into the Mother Earth heartbeat. And putting the H before it kind of weakens the word. But we're all searching, and I think you guys have always been searching for home. Even if you felt you were home or, had all these people around you, you're longing for this place called home that you can't quite reach as a human. Like incarnated on in this body, you're still reaching or wanting this place called home. But all that being said, this is how amazing you are. You make people feel at home, or you do your best to make people just feel like they can come to you, like you're a safe place to be, a safe place to land. People see you as someone who has these beautiful dreams, and that they know, maybe you don't, but they know that you will accomplish so much in your life. They see this potential in you, again, maybe just on a subconscious level rather than a conscious level, but your light is shining bright. Even in the darkest of days, that light is on, that light is shining, and you really are tuning in, or will soon tune in, to your empathic abilities, your healing abilities, your more spiritual senses, the clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, cognizance, all the clairs. You're really tuning in beyond the veil. And people can really see this spark of white light, pure light, source light. And it's very interesting because I've really been tuning into the fact that there is so much false light. And I know we've heard this time and again about the false light and the false light matrix and all of this and that. And so many people that awaken, when they first awaken, they fall right into the trap of the false light because it feels good, it feels welcoming, it feels inviting, it feels like home, and so some of you might have fallen into this trap of New Age or a religion or, stifling your gifts in some way or limiting yourself unknowing to you, but you are someone in this life that will rise above the false light and tune into the true source creator light. And you might even be on a path right now where you're tuning into that light and you are like amplifying and activating so many different people in your life with your true source creator light, and amplifying and activating their source creator light within them. Even if you don't know you're doing this, you're doing it. And that's one of the main reasons I'm picking up that you are so amazing. Group number 1. Okay. So I think next we're going to just tune in to the music oracles and just see how else you are amazing. How else is group 1 amazing, please? Ooh, we've got Prince here on the board. And Prince has actually transitioned. He's crossed over. And even in his life, he spoke about feeling stifled, feeling controlled, selling his soul, all of these things. And it says here, do what you damn well like, but always do it to the utmost. So this is, consequences be damned, other people's opinions be damned. You're gonna do and accomplish what you set out to do. And you're not just going to do it half-heartedly or half-assed, so to speak. You are going all in. You're pushing all your chips in and saying, well, if I lose my entire family and my friends because I'm really tuning into my own authenticity, then I guess so be it. And Prince did a very similar thing, but he also gained multitudes of respect from people all over the place. That he, called out the darkness as he saw it and sided with the light. And never lose touch with your colorful side. So don't dull that light. Don't dull your sparkle. Don't dress down, so to speak. Dress up. Show up for who you are on the inside, and let that be reflected in the way you dress, the way you do your makeup, do your hair. Prince was always very flashy, very showy. It was an art form. His body, his fashion, his dress code was such an art form. And I think that's one thing that makes you amazing, is you can really make a statement, an artistic and creative statement with the way you dress, the way you appear, your appearance. Even if you were buck naked, just your hair, your eyes, your skin, your teeth, your hands, your legs, your everything. Every stretch mark, every wrinkle, everything, every hair, in place and out of place, is really creative and beautiful and just glowing with Source Light Creator. Light. The false light is something that a lot of people will wear as a mask, but your true light shines through. And you guys might even be someone you feel at times like when you put on heavy makeup or really bright colors or something, you almost feel like you're being false or like you're putting on a mask. And it's a very weird thing that kind of can trigger for us. I personally am someone, as a very, very fair skinned redhead, when I put on a lot of makeup, I feel like I look like a clown. And, no shade against those that can wear makeup beautifully and proudly. I'm maybe just a smidge envious that you can pull that off, but I am just someone, I can't pull that off. And so those that can pull that off, I'm just like, oh man, you're amazing. So you might be someone who feels like, oh, I can't pull that off, but really and truly you can. And maybe that message is also for me, that maybe I can, I just think I can't. I don't know. I just feel a little awkward when I put on like heavy makeup. But maybe there's even a message here that you don't need heavy makeup to just have this beauty that resonates or emanates from your aura that people pick up on even when you're not wearing makeup. You might even get compliments that, wow, I didn't even realize you weren't even wearing makeup because you're just so beautiful, something like this. And then it says, your dream home lies outside of time. I just read that. I'm like, wow, speechless for all this home energy where you're searching for this place called home. And, like E.T. pointing up, E.T. phone home. But although that's a Mandela effect, now he says E.T. home phone, which blows my mind. But, again, time, space, reality, your dream home lies outside of time. So that home that you're wanting to build physically in the material world may not be exactly realized or accomplished, because that home you're searching for is on the inside. It's inside of you, the internal, the soul aspect of you. But that doesn't mean you can't live from that place of home. It's just going within to find it, and then being able to create it from the inside to then see that dream home reflected on the outside as well. So you're someone who is going to have your dream home, or what others would appear that you have your dream home. You have it all. But it's not the external home or environment that is bringing this fulfillment to you. It's that internal connection to that place called home that then really starts to be reflected in your external. This is turning much more into a, soul reading, future reading, than just a how are you amazing reading, but I'm here for it. Are you here for it? If you're here for it, put a purple heart, for Prince. Put a purple heart in the comments. Okay, we got one. Mystic. There's that purple. Look at that. So the light attribute here revels in intimate union with the divine. You want to go home to the divine aspect of yourself, but you don't want to have to cross over or pass away to do so. You want to bring that in while you're still incarnated here. And you guys will be able to do that. And that's what makes you amazing, is you're someone who can bring that light into the darkness. You are a mystic. You have so many spiritual gifts. It's not even funny. I can't even list them all. So maybe you, if you would like to, just start listing all the spiritual gifts you think you have or that you wished you had. Because even those ones that you wished you have, they are there. Remember, your potential is endless. It is there. you just have yet to quite unlock it in a way that makes it come full force, right? And we also have pioneer. Yes, you guys are meant to be here to shine that light in those dark places, like we keep saying. You know, you open the door, and behind the door is all this light that's going to flood humanity in such a beautiful and positive way. But the pioneer spirit here, pioneer archetype says, light attribute, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So yes, you guys want to be much like Prince and just make your own statement, create your own symbol of life, create your own destiny, create your own, I don't know, fashion line. Someone's very into fashion that's watching this. Makeup line. Maybe you have a skincare line you've been planning, or a makeup line, or something to do with a lot of color, bringing color back into the world. That is what you're here to do, and that's what makes you amazing, is you aren't someone who's going to do everything the way everyone else does it. You might even read, like, Spirit's giving me my own example of, you know, when I first really started getting into crystals when I was a kid, I didn't have all these, you know, internet searches that I could take to really tune into the energies of each different crystal. I just had to trust my intuition on it. And even today, I will, you know, say you go look up silky malachite and the different metaphysical properties. Sure, most of them may resonate, but there might be additional properties that resonate further that aren't listed, or maybe some of the ones that are listed, you're like, I don't know, I don't really get that vibe. And each person is different, how you connect and attuned to the energy of crystals. So the fact I even brought that example up, maybe you are someone who very, very strongly attunes your energy to the crystal, or you work with crystals a lot. You'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know how that goes, and if that is what you're doing. All right, let's see. I want to get 2 of these cards as well. All right, what else makes group 2 amazing, please, Spirit? I might be in for it if I pick 2 of these, because every time I use this deck, I just can't stop talking. I just channel through so much. I got to give it to Kyle Gray. He really puts a lot of heart and soul into his decks. Okay. So we have here Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Yes, that mystic energy, the Eye of Horus, the third eye, even the crown chakra, way amplified, way open. Look at all this purple, crown chakra. And also that indigo blue of the third eye is coming through very strong here. I got major chills on my crown now. Connection to ETs or high vibrational entities. Of course, we're all seemingly connected to these low vibrational entities that are just, you know, thick and laden on this planet, and, you know, the etheric realms and just all around us. So much lower vibrational entity action. But you guys actually rise above that, and you have connection to high vibrational entities beyond this time and space. And we also have Commander Ashtar, call to action, take lead by, I'm so excited I can't even talk. Take charge, lead by example. Example, walk your talk. Yes! Commander Ashtar, you know, and it said he works with the Galactic Federation of Light, and some people have tuned in and thought, and I'm still unsure on all of this, but instead of taking this as actual entities, I just take them as archetypes. And it's much easier for me to work with archetypes than thinking that I'm connecting to an actual being, because if that actual being is tied to the false light, you know, it's a whole thing. So I always set the intention before I connect to anyone, including the spirit team that I've already vetted and decked, you know, they're all hands on deck for me. Every time I connect, I set the intention that I am connecting with the true source light, creator God source light, not the false light. And there's a distinct difference, and the false light has to identify itself. If you ask, are you false light? They have to answer truthfully, otherwise they will invade your free will, and they will be dealt with accordingly. They cannot, I mean, they have been finding loopholes and ways around free will by giving, like, subliminal intent or subliminal permission. Like, a lot of advertising uses subliminal permission and stuff like this, and even just like there's no informed consent. It's all subliminally, like we're giving our word or our consent to something. You guys are so amazing because you can see through a lot of false light teachers and constructs, and just on YouTube alone there are so many false light teachers, and you can usually tell, not always, but one of the biggest giveaways is having a exorbitant amount of subscribers, because anyone that is bringing through the real, true light of Creator is somehow suppressed or sequestered, or this word. And these messages are very heavily suppressed, purposely suppressed. The ones touting the false light are promoted and accelerated. So you will have to use your own intuition, your own best judgment in anything you watch. I'm not just talking spiritual teachers and people here on YouTube. I'm talking with everything, with music artists, with TV shows, with movies, with the news, with anything that we would consider mainstream, or even anything that we would consider esoteric or spiritual, because the spiritual, they already knew this awakening was coming and they set up the false light construct to get you through the door. But what makes you amazing, Group 1, is that you can, maybe not at first and not always, and yeah, I was tricked many times in the past by some of these big tarot readers and false spiritual teachers and books I've read from the past, and so much. And it doesn't mean that it's all for nothing or it was all a negative experience, because I did find a lot of gems of truth within a lot of this. But at the same time, I had to do a lot of healing and a lot of clearing of like etheric hooks and energy tubes and things that were just siphoning into my energy. And you might be someone who is very gifted, because it's coming through. You are someone who's very gifted at, once you know, and then you can remove these hooks, heal these siphoning tubes and energy stealing, energy vampire, subliminal programming, brainwashing. You guys are expert at getting rid of a lot of that. So don't doubt yourselves. If you feel a little off by someone who even seems like they hit all the points. They seem the most spiritual. They seem well put together. They're beautiful. They say all the right words. But there's something deep within your soul that tells you, no, I don't think this is not. Yes, the message itself feels very beautiful and warm and great, but there's something beneath it subconsciously that's hooking. You guys you're working your way toward this. This is part of your potential, is tuning in to your true soul, your true intuition, to be able to vet these things out before they can get their hooks in you. Okay. What else does Group 1 need to know about how amazing they are? I did not expect this to turn so like spiritual gift vibe, but we're here for it. I'm interested to see if the other groups are going to be as spiritual as you guys. Probably. Knowing them, they probably will be. We have here the Mystic Rose: compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. Yes. You guys are really leading from this place of grace, and, you are leaders. You're natural leaders. That's what makes you amazing. Even if you're like, no. I don't want anyone to follow me. I don't want to be a cult leader. I don't want. There's still this soul calling for you to step up and lead. Even if that's just by setting your own example in this world, being that pioneer, and not, trying to teach anyone or, have anyone follow you, especially those of you that don't want that to happen. You just want to lead by living your light. That is perfect. But that doesn't mean that you can't be a teacher and a mystic and a spiritual anything. It's just some of you have really had to do a palate cleanse on what you deem spiritual, true light versus false light. And as you do that, you're going to find compassion even for that false light that, felt so bad about itself that it had to pretend to be the true light. So you have so much compassion and even devotion to humanity. Even if you're one of those people that are like, yeah, I like people, but I like them best at way, way more than arm's length away, because you pick up on so many people's energy. It can be difficult for you to be in crowds or to just be associated with a lot of people. And then we have here rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. So now we're turning a little thirsty here. We're turning back to the more material world or physical attributes of what makes you amazing. Even people that are not normally sexually attracted to whatever gender you are somehow pulled magnetically and sexually to you. But I think this has to do with wherever Pluto is in your chart. Whatever house Pluto is in, whatever sign it's in your chart, this draws people in kind of like a moth to a flame, but not in that false light type of way. This is very huge for helping them purify their own energy. And a lot of times, we're led around by the, organs, by the sacral chakra and root chakra organs in this the 3D construct, because that is one of the best ways the false light can harness our energy, is through the sexual energy component. But again, that's why a lot of people are attracted to you, so you can give them back their power. Again, on a subconscious level, you're not even knowing you're doing this, but those that know you're doing this and have found ways to really help people through this, just more power to you. That's awesome. But you guys are people who get a lot of maybe just kind of perverted energy in your field. You know, people that are gawking at you in public. You might get a lot of thirsty DMs from people, especially those that are on dating sites and stuff. You just might be like, ew, 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 get me out of here. This is just too much. But you are using this energy, using your beautiful life force energy to help transmute a lot of this dark, more sexual energy, and the siphoning of your sexual energy. And a lot of times, not always, so if this does not resonate, please don't try to make this fit. Only those that have a conscious awareness of this, that is who I'm talking to, no one else. You guys might be survivors of SA. I don't want to say the word, because of, algorithms and things. Here it is. For those that have had this happen to you from a family member or someone you didn't know or trusted somebody, this has been a big part of why you are here, to transmute that darker energy and harnessing of that sexual energy. Okay? So, let's see. I'm running out of room on my table a little bit, but I think I have enough room to get 2 of these. All right, make sure I'm not, oh, yep. Doing them upside down. Okay, what else makes group 1 amazing? One more. Oh, that's 2. They're telling me to keep going. All right. There we have it. Okay, so first and foremost, we have Magenta Dragon. Enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. Yes. And bring forward that deep hidden potential, that soul potential. It is there for you. It awakens your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. And yeah, that higher understanding, that higher spiritual understanding, with the mystic here too, is what helps you see through that false light construct to the organic, true source creator light. I knew it was going to happen. We ran out of recording, but I don't think it was too much that got cut off, so my apologies if you didn't see me shuffle for the dragon cards. And then we have Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune. Enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. So again, you're accessing it. First and foremost, that deepest soul aspect, you're accessing it. And then with the Magenta Dragon, you're bringing it forward, you're bringing it out. And it says here, spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. Yes. And this reading in and of itself just might be your call to action here, to be able to go through this cosmic gateway, to bring this soul knowledge forward. So beautiful, so powerful. All right, we got one more deck. All right, now, woo! I asked what else makes group 1 amazing, and we got, what, 2? Okay, good. We got Chiron healing, yes. And there's that wounded energy, especially those that had that, SA word happen to you in some capacity, either in this life or a past life. This is part of what you're here to do, is help heal, help alchemize, help transmute that darker energy. And the keywords here are healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, and pain. Yes, you guys have had to go through a lot of pain in your life and past lives to get where you are here right now. But this is to help fuel you. I know a lot of times we think, oh, I signed up for this. Yes, maybe on some aspect you sign up for some of the stuff, but not all of it. All of the stuff you've been through, you were kind of hijacked, energetically hijacked, and your soul did not consent, did not sign up. Specifically for those of you that had an SA happen, again, that word, this is not something your soul contracted for you to experience. This is something that hijacked your energy with that false light, lured you in, and then it happened. But you're utilizing this lesson to further your soul's mission, your soul's wisdom and understanding here. So really, you're turning a very negative, toxic situation into a superpower for yourself with this Chiron. And then we have Cancer, the doula. So the keywords here are feeling, sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, and family oriented. And many of you are here to overcome or break family curses, family traumas, generational lineage, ancestry stuff. But also through your family line, those of you that have your own children, whether you're the male or the female in this component, you are birthing, energetically speaking, your beautiful soul essence, uniting with your spouse or your partner to create this beautiful child that this higher vibrational soul is coming through. So one of the things that makes you amazing is you're an amazing parent. Even if you don't think you are, you are. You're an amazing healer. Again, even if you don't think you are, you are. And your children or child really look up to you. Those that don't have children, this is what you create, what you birth into existence. This could be your creative endeavors. This could be your business, your beautiful love that you share with everybody. And even those that don't have children, same thing. Your creativity and the love you share with everybody. You might even have wanted to be a doula, or you are a doula, a nurse, something in the Cancerian field or healing field with this energy here. This is like, or a lot of sixth house planets, or things, maybe transits going on in your sixth house currently of healing. Whether this is you wanting to heal and, mother and nurture yourself, or the world at large, or your own family, or whatever it looks like to you, you are here to help heal. And that's one of the big things that makes you amazing is in a world full of false light healers and mystics and teachers, you are the real deal, group one. So if you are watching this, you've been vetted. You are the true light. You are the true mystic, the true soul wisdom that is coming through to help birth this beautiful, beautiful world from a place of imprisonment and chains to a place of freedom and love and true light, true light. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me brag a little bit about you. I did not know this was going to take such a spiritual turn, but I should have known. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Please, again, if you feel this in your soul, go ahead and put one of those crystal ball emojis or a purple heart or, something that you feel resonates with this reading for you. And just also feel free to share any stories or let me know how this resonated or how this made you feel. I'm always open to some conversation in the comments section. And thanks again so much for those of you with all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and the donations that you are sending. My PayPal is linked below. Donations are never ever expected, but always greatly appreciated. And I'm not monetized over here currently, so every teeny tiny little baby donation, or even the big ones, really do help so much. So thank you so much for sharing your beautiful, loving heart with us here today, and I hope to see you next time, group one. All right, bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading about what is amazing about you or how amazing you are. Just let me brag about you for a minute. It's okay. This is not for your ego or to fuel your ego in any way. This is more to just tune you into that soul aspect of yourself, to just build this confidence that I think is so lacking in so much of society today. So let me build you up today, and this is just me tuning into your actual energy. So there's nothing I'm doing that's special. It's just you shining your beautiful light and me tuning into that and letting the cards tell the story. And I have a lot of cards here to get on the table. I'm hoping they all fit. We might have to stack because we are going in today. We are leaving no stone left unturned. So let's dive in and find out how you are amazing. And group number 1, we went in. So we are really tuning into what your soul gifts are even, and how you're really shining your light and walking your path and inspiring other people. It's just a whole thing. And we have here the number 38 on this card with villain. You can always rewrite your story. So many of you may have started out life and maybe even are still resonating in this vibration of feeling like you are your own worst enemy. Self-sabotage rules the day, and that you will never be good enough. Well, guess what? None of that is true. I know it's so easy to believe that. So many of us have struggled, especially light workers, earth angels, star seeds, whatever you want to label or not label yourself, have always struggled with even just feeling at home on this planet, or feeling this sense of inclusion or, abundance, happiness. we have to struggle and scrap and scrimp and just try to get every little bone that's thrown our way. And you guys are closing that out. That's what makes you amazing, is you are here to completely flip the script on that lack matrix and come into this beautiful construct of the organic, more 5D consciousness, Christ consciousness. This is so powerful. And I love that you guys selected this card, because this is not an easy path that you selected in this life, but it's such a rewarding path. Such a rewarding path at any now moment, because that's where our power lies, is only in the now moment. We can't look to the past and hope to gain power, or the future and hope to gain power. It's the now moment. And in any now moment, you can change or rewrite your story with a happy ending, or, with this plot twist that is going to make your life better. Setting intentions. That's one thing that makes you amazing, is anytime you set an intention, it becomes your reality. So maybe a word of advice would be just to set more intentions. Even when you're doing the mundane things in life, like cooking dinner or washing your laundry, whatever it is. When I wash my laundry now, I don't just wash my laundry and go through the motions, ho-hum, this is boring. What I do is I infuse every fiber of that with my source creator light, that I am protected, I am safe, I feel comfortable. I mean, you can literally put intentions into anything. Again, to the cooking example. And maybe you guys are great cooks, because I just want to keep going back to the kitchen example or cooking example, of infusing that food with nutrition that may not even exist within it. I mean, you guys are so powerful and amazing with your abilities that you could infuse a Twinkie with pure nutrition. Like, that's how powerful you guys are. So get out there but that all being said, it's best to start with the cleanest ingredients and foods and organic as possible that you can find to do your, kitchen magic or whatever it is. But we do the best with what we're dealt in this crazy, crazy construct that we are currently residing in. We are being bombarded from every perceivable angle to keep our vibration low, to keep our light dim, to keep us sick, to keep us distracted. And you guys are here to say, F all that. I'm crushing it, literally and figuratively. I'm crushing that old matrix, and I'm crushing it. I'm crushing my goals. I'm crushing this life I want to live. And if you're like, wait, is this my reading? There's no way, because I don't feel like I'm crushing it at all. Please, please continue, because I got so much more to uncover. I can already feel it. You guys are on the precipice of something. You're at the water's edge of something that is going to change your life forever. Tuning into your own beautiful potential and possibility, because so much more of your soul is coming online. So much more of your higher self is coming online to assist you, to make you that much more amazing. Woo! It's like the dam is breaking and you are being flooded with this beautiful light energy that is your light. So let's tune in for group 2. What makes them amazing? Please paint us a nice little picture here, Spirit. What makes group 2 amazing? Okay, how am I got so many cards. I was telling group 1, I don't even know if I'm going to fit all these, and I did. The only thing I forgot in group 1 was to pull one of these bad boys, and I hope I'll remember for you guys, because this is such a cool little deck to really put the cherry on top, and I forgot in group 1. So if you're here from group 1, I apologize. You can claim whatever double for group 2. Okay, we have the Six of Swords. There's that healing energy coming in hot. And the Apprentice of Vessels, or the Page of Cups in this deck. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. I don't even know where to start. I'm being just flooded with so much, just many, many downloads. But every time I pull this card from this specific deck, I'm just being reminded that you might feel like you're at any point on this path from where you want to be to where you, from where you are on this side to where you want to be. But remember, you're on the water's edge, and I just said you're on the precipice of unlocking something great. So I'm really seeing you as this energy right here. One more step and you are in this new reality, this new creation, this new endeavor, this new opportunity that is coming in for you. And what makes you amazing is you keep going. Even if you feel dejected, feel defeated, you keep on going. You wouldn't be here watching this video right now if you didn't continue after that one really big thing that happened, last year, or that really big thing that happened to you when you were a teenager, or that really big thing that happened to you when you were a child. You kept going, one foot in front of the other, even if at times you felt like you were going through the motions of life rather than actually existing, like with your soul's light online. So many of you felt like, where is God? Where are my guides? I feel so alone. I feel so lost. I feel like this isn't fair. Why am I being punished? And sister, brother, right there with you. Many, many dark nights of the soul, feeling completely abandoned, completely out in left field, all by myself. So if you are there right now, please take heart that this is shifting, this is changing. For those that are already past this big bubble of feeling completely alone, oh, you did it, you got through it. But those still struggling, my goodness, keep holding on, keep going, because you're going to crush it soon. You're crushing it totally and completely. You're breaking yourself out of the box that you may not even known you were in, or the prison you may not even known that you were in. You're transforming, you're rising above anything. For some of you, this might have been a physical or like a physical ailment, illness, injury, maybe even birth defect for some of you. Something that made you feel held back or less than the other people in your life, or the other people that you looked up to or admired. You felt less than. You have the number 38 here, which adds up to 11, which is that number of awakening. It's that number of twin flame. And I'm not talking the twin flame, union of, there's someone out there that will complete you. I'm not talking about that version of a twin flame journey. I'm talking about the true and eternal twin flame journey, is the divine feminine, divine masculine union within you. That's the twin flame journey I'm talking about right now, is you uniting with you. The you that you don't know if you're good, bad, or anything in between, uniting with your higher aspect, your higher self as well. And with this apprentice of vessels, this is about you discovering a lot of your soul gifts by being creative, by trying new things, by stepping out of your comfort zone and using your heart as that compass or that GPS to lead the way to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, just like we were talking about earlier here. And that's what makes you amazing, is even though you've been squished and someone's shoe has completely snuffed you down, you still got back up. You still got back up. You may have been kicked down and knocked down thousands of times, but you still got back up every single time. And you're going to continue to do that. But as you really increase in knowing how amazing you are and allowing this soul consciousness, soul light to come online for yourself, you're not going to have to be knocked down anymore, because you're shining so bright. These bullies, these monsters, these whatever you want to call them, can't even mess with you anymore. And that's how powerful you are, group 2. Wow, I'm speechless by your beautiful energy, and thank you for just coming here and brightening everyone's day. Just you tuning in and, sharing your beautiful light with this world is everything. And you're still here for a reason. I'm hearing some of you, big chills, maybe the majority of you, if not every single one of you watching right now, may have had some sort of near-death experience, or you're like, how am I still here? That thing should have taken me out, or that relationship should have killed me, or that car accident. There's something maybe that happened, we'll get to this, that happened that you're like, how am I still here? How did I survive that? How did I overcome that? It could have been emotional, could have been physical, could have been spiritual or mental, but you're still here. You are still here. And you deserve all the applause for that. And next we have Nina Simone. Beautiful singer, beautiful. Never trust cures from the system that made you sick. Yes, breaking out of that construct. You are being, like I said, bombarded from every angle perceivable. Your laundry detergent, the things that spray in the air behind the airplanes, the food, the water, the medicine that is supposed to make us better just makes us more dependent on the system, makes us sicker. And you guys are saying no more. You can't trust a system that is designed to keep you stuck and sick and suppressed. You can't, and you know that. And that's why you're here to rewrite the story, to break out, to crush it, right? So this is just in alignment. When love is no longer on the menu, don't eat. So this is saying don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. And it's very funny, all this food analogy that we were talking about earlier with, infusing that Twinkie with light and love and all of that. But when your relationships are no longer feeding you love, it's fear-based, or it's transactional, or it's very codependent or conditional, that's when you know it's time to exit stage left, because loving yourself is way better than thinking you're being loved by someone else that only has love for themselves, or only love for something else and not you at all. And this might have been a hard pill many of you had swallowed in the past, leaving behind certain toxic family members, friends, people that you once thought, I could never live without this person, and then things didn't go right. Things turned toxic, or at the very least, you just kind of vibrated out of each other's lives because you just weren't in alignment anymore, and that was really God's protection for you to now align with your own love, your own light, or those that have love for you and light for you as well. But there is nothing more beautiful than speaking truth to power. So you guys, it's very interesting because in this depiction, I'm always reminded of Ursula capturing Ariel's voice in that shell. And then we have this music notes coming from the shell. She's about ready to crush the shell to release her voice, to take that power back, to take her voice back. And it's interesting because she's even got like a little crescent moon necklace here. And here, Nina Simone has medallion, I guess would be the word, and then an Ankh, which the Ankh is one thing I've channeled just from looking at an Ankh symbol. It's like a cross, but instead of just, ending at the top and crossing like this, it loops back and it ends about that heart chakra energy or area. So it's about bringing that Kundalini energy up all the way through the spine to the top of the head, the crown, but then looping it back down into the heart. And that's one really powerful way that you guys can utilize your sexual energy to create, or your creative energy to create. It's very beautiful. But speaking your truth, and I think the best way you guys know how to speak your truth is through your art, through your painting, through your music, through your writing, through your, I just see songs, with the music notes, the musics and songs, the way you show up in the world, the way you dress, the way you express yourself. This is all connected to your truth, the higher truth, the real truth. All right, what else makes group number 2 amazing? Please, Spirit, enlighten us as to what makes them so amazing. We already have tuned into quite a bit, but I want more. I want more for you guys. All right, what else? We have here Poet singing. What were we just saying, my friends? Yeah, that was very bad singing I just did, but you know what? I'm not here to impress anybody. Not even myself. I don't need to impress myself. But it says here, light attribute, express soul insights in symbolic language. Yes, Poet, and you didn't even know it. Maybe you did know it. Maybe you guys have really been into writing, poetry, music, singing, arts, dancing. I mean, it's all, there's not just one art form for you. It's multiple. It's a mixed media art form of, maybe even making or directing a music video, creating art, creating videos, creating spoken word, meditations. You guys are such powerful healers. And then the monk nun energy, which says the light attribute is selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So yeah, you guys might have a one-track mind to your spirit, to your soul, to source, to God, whatever that looks like for you. And I know monk nun can kind of bring up like those that have been triggered or harmed by the religious constructs. That can bring up a lot. Like, ew, yeah, that doesn't feel good. That energy doesn't feel good to me. But this is your own monk nun, as far as your own spiritual aspect. However you want to interpret that for you, for your soul, for yourself. And you guys really are. What makes you amazing is you can maybe even look through these old constructs, crush those old constructs and beliefs, and embody them in a new way. Embody them in your soul way, your own personal way. And again, one of the best ways you understand yourself, your soul, your light is through your own creations, but also other people's poetry and creations and art as well. Music really speaks to you. Poetry speaks to you. Movies, TV, entertainment of any kind really speaks to you. All right, what else? What else makes group number 2 amazing? All right, here's 1, 2. Okay. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. And let me just do a little fact check on the old astral realm. Just the guidance I've received. If this does not align or resonate with you, you can just leave this message, disregard. The astral realm is in full collapse right now. Tune in, see for yourself. If your dreams have been chaotic and frustrating and cyclical, like recurring cyclical, or even in the same dream you keep doing the same thing over and over and it's like you're in a glitch, you can't get out of it, this is letting you know that you are operating in the astral realm and it's in full collapse right now. It's in free fall. The light has completely disintegrated from, not disintegrated, but like removed itself from the astral realm. And one of the things I've been doing, and I'm going to be doing a reading on this very soon, instead of just going to sleep as I normally would, I set the intention. Remember what I said, you guys. Intentions are everything. What makes you amazing is you can set an intention and create a whole new reality for yourself. And this, I'm going to give you a golden nugget of information if you choose to want to do this. Instead of just going to the astral realm at night like you would default go to, instead say, before you go to sleep, every night, I set the intention to connect to the organic 5D matrix. Because like any crystal, let's see, especially like this crystal, and even this one that you selected, let's go to yours. All crystals, this is a galena. It's got pyrite, it's got clear quartz. It has to adhere to something. It can't just free float. I mean, especially because it's so heavy, right? It can't just free float in the air. It has to adhere to something. And there's so many crystals, as it's peeling away here, so many crystals that you see are in matrix. We have to be here, we have to be connected to a matrix of some sort. Most people are connected to the 3D false light matrix, but we have the opportunity and ability, especially you guys, right here, right now, listening in, can say, no more. I'm not playing in that disgusting energy, that false light anymore. I'm going to the real deal, the organic 5D matrix, the organic blueprint of this planet. Checking yourself right up on out of that astral realm and plugging yourself into the organic source. I mean, since I've been doing this, I've been doing it about 2 weeks now. I can't tell you the difference. It's very interesting because there's what I like to call a calibration period with this that I'm still going through. My very first night doing this, I've had this frustration, and let me know in the comments if you've had this too. I promise I'm getting back to the point, but I think this is important for you guys to understand why it's so important to get up out of the astral realm. Again, only if it aligns with you. If you feel light in the astral realm, then you continue to be there. That is your prerogative. But the first night I set this intention to connect to the organic 5D matrix was the first night since I've ever, in my history of ever having a cell phone since 2006, 2007, was the very first time I've been able to, in a dream, make a successful phone call. Have any of you others out there, I've talked about this ad nauseum on my live stream, so if you're here from the live stream, hi, sorry, I'm like a broken record over here. But man, so much spiritual insight comes through over on my live stream. Check it out, live stream channel link below if you would like to. Come hang out with us. But anyway, I made a successful phone call. Before, when I would try to make phone calls on the astral realm or in the astral realm, I would either keep mistyping the number, or it wouldn't go through, or I'd get the wrong thing. Like, it just would never really connect. It would never really move forward or progress in any way. But the very first night I set my intention with this, connecting to the organic 5D matrix, I made a successful phone call like it was nothing. Like I was awake, dialing my own number for my friend, and I connected to her, and it was just magical. I woke up so elated. And ever since, I've had snippets of dreams, but they almost just escape me so quickly that I can't remember everything. But again, there's a recalibration period going on for me, and I'm going to report back here and there, specifically over on my live stream and on Patreon, for any new findings that I, come across on this 5D construct, 5D matrix, yes. And then we have hope, love, and acceptance. So your downloads, you've got a lot of downloads coming in and a lot of understanding. And what makes you amazing is, even if you don't understand these downloads coming in, you bank them away for later, and then when the time is right, it'll surface and you'll be able to utilize the information. So kind of like I was saying with the dreams, if you don't remember your dreams, they're still banked in there. They're still, for your access when the time is right. So for me, personally, with this recalibration, connecting to the organic 5D matrix, it's not time for me to know all this information. It would probably overwhelm me so much because it's such a higher vibration than the astral realm. And by such a higher vibration, I mean it is just beyond. It's beyond. Try it out. Report back. Let me know what you think. But hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So again, going back to the beginning of your reading, you may not have always felt loved, accepted, part of the crowd, part of the group, like your home. You might have felt like the outcast, the outsider, the black sheep, and all of the above. But this coming through and why you're amazing is you are saying no more to that. No, cancel, delete, no more to that. Because I am one with everything and everyone that ever was and ever will be. I could not be separated. I could not be shunned or disregarded. I couldn't be. Yes, it feels very real when we're here and feeling the shunning and the disconnection and the, you can't sit with us energy, but you're coming back home to yourself and you're coming back home to your true light, and then you're attracting, and others are attracting you into their lives, this true light. This beautiful, beautiful light. And it's very interesting. I'm drawn up here to the yellow, and I'm being reminded of like a child, like your childhood. You might have been called, this is, spirit coming through. I'm not trying to offend anybody, politically correctness and all of that. Those that are blonde or grew up blonde, maybe you were called a dumb blonde, or man, you just don't get it. Man, you're stupid. Think much, things like this. And even those that aren't blonde, maybe you were told, oh, go sit down, you don't know what you're talking about, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're an idiot. Even if this is more on a subconscious level, people rolling their eyes when you say something, you pick it up and then you start to embody, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. I could never teach anyone or do anything or create anything beautiful because no one's going to listen. It's all dumb and stupid and ridiculous anyway. No, no, stop it. It's beautiful and it's pure. And the reason that you were called that or, tuned into the energy of that is because people were subconsciously tuned in to the fact of how pure your energy is, how pure your beautiful, loving light is. And they mistook that as naivety. And yes, maybe you were very naive in many scenarios, relationships, and situations in your life. But it's because you were coming at this relationship, situation, or whatever it was from a pure place. And you just assumed that the other people or situations involved were also coming from a pure place, which they were not. So that is not jokes on you. It is the fact that you stood in your integrity even though others wouldn't. And you're choosing different. Remember, you can always rewrite the story. You can choose a different ending. You can choose a different plot twist. You can scrap that complete book and just start something completely new. But you're deciding what makes you amazing is you can choose something better. You can choose loving thoughts. You can recognize your divine worth right now. Because love is yours. It could never not be yours because it is what you are. It is the pure essence of who you are. You could never be separate from love. Illusion-wise, we all think we are, but we're not. You cannot be separate from that which you are. You can't. You can feel like it, but it doesn't mean it's true, right? Okay, what else? Alright, what else, Spirit? What else does wonderful Group 2 need to know about how amazing they are? Alright, that one and that one. Okay, I gotta put these stacked like this so that I don't forget to use all three of these here in the next few minutes or so. I don't want to forget. Okay, so what do we have? Oh, and I dealt it upside down just like I did the other group. Okay, the pink rose dragon prepares your heart to connect, yes, with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Yes, open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. I mean, didn't I just say that? Kind of been saying that the whole time. I don't think we need to go too farther in depth with that. And then we have the green gold dragon from Sirius. Brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. Yes, remember, setting your intentions is overriding this construct, this, inorganic or more 3D matrix. You can override that with your spiritual knowledge, with your setting your intentions for something higher for yourself that feels more like love rather than fear. I don't think there's much more to say about that, other than maybe you guys really do resonate with the star Sirius, or This is star system of Sirius. Sirian star seeds. Yeah, what else makes group 2 amazing? We're getting into it. Yes, we are. Come on. Trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. And that's the same kind of energy we were picking up with this, that, naivety of the childhood. You've learned, you've grown, you've evolved. You don't have to still be operating from that naive energy, because once you knew, you knew. Doesn't mean you have to dim your light or dull your heart to the love that is meant to come through because someone jaded you. No. But you are flipping the script. You're changing. Those that don't feel like you're anywhere near this yet, this is still your potential and it's still there for you. It's ripe for your taking. But there are changes that might need to be made in your life to really tune into this. And one of the best things you can do is just put yourself in a timeout. Go get out in nature with no distraction, no phone, no music, no person with you. And I know I don't want to give dangerous information as far as just going out alone, especially if you're a female. It can be dangerous to just be out in the world alone, which sucks. It sucks because there's so many times I just want to get up and go be alone somewhere, and there's just this worry of, what if someone's gonna find me? There's that fear there. But maybe overcoming that fear of being alone, maybe just staying home alone and just telling everyone that lives with you, hey, go away for an hour, go away for 2 hours, I need time alone. And instead of filling that alone time with watching a movie or scrolling on your phone or, cleaning or whatever it was you would do, just sit alone. Maybe get a pen and a notebook and just allow whatever thoughts that need to come through to come through. That's one of the best ways you can get in tune with what needs to change in your life, because it will become very loud inside your head. And I just noticed that my camera was not filming because I'm so long-winded and these are big readings, so I apologize so much for that. I don't know at what point we didn't see all of the shuffling and the cards. Big apologies. I don't think it's been too long, hopefully, but let's continue. We also have here the sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. And I think that just kind of piggybacks on the message I just got for you to be alone, to be able to know what changes you need to make. Another great way would be to really nourish your body, replenish your energy, get lots of rest and recuperation. Really focus on your health. Really focus on your self-care and your self-love to really bring this love down and into alignment again. Because it was in alignment when you were a child, and then the world got in the way a little bit. But you're bringing it back. And many of you watching actually have brought it back. So this might be past information that you're like, yep, did that, thanks, yep, done it, been there, done that. I heard it, crushed it, yes. But for those that are still like, help, I don't know what to do, this message is definitely for you. And what makes you amazing is you're going to be able to accomplish this. You're going to be able to trust that what no longer is meant for you will fade away. And here's the thing. If someone, something, a job, a relationship, something feels ripped out from under you, or it's just passing away very slowly, let it go. I know that's the hardest thing to do, but sometimes holding on to something we know isn't meant for us, even if we know, yeah, someday I'll let it go, but I'm not ready yet. Pull the Band-Aid. Spirits, that's not coming for me. Your spirit guides are coming through. Pull the Band-Aid. Let it go. Whether it's a relationship, an old version of you, the slack mentality, whatever it is, let it go. It's time. It's time to let it go. Okay. All right, what else is coming through for group 2? What makes them amazing? We have Cancer. This came out in group 1. And very interesting with the transition and growth, the cycles of life, and the sacred waters with nourishment and replenishment. I'm going to get one more of these, and I'll put it away and get more into that. But these really do go... It's this one. You get 3. You get 3. It snuck out on me. Okay, but I'm going to read the keywords here. Feeling, sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing. Yes, there's birthing that new version of yourself. Tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, and family-oriented. Especially those that had to kind of, hip check their family out of the way. Black sheep energy, right? This is letting you know you can find your own family. You don't need to just settle for the family you incarnated with. You can find friends or soulmates that feel like family. We also have Taurus, the bombshell, and ascendant with outlook. So someone might be a Taurus ascendant or a Cancer ascendant watching this. You don't have to be for this still to be a deal. But Taurus here says earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile, ample, worthy, ripe, pleasure-seeking, sensuous, blooming, solid, possessive, tenacious, loyal, patient, and deliberate. Yeah, you guys really are loyal. What makes you amazing is you're stubborn enough to not let go what needs to stay, but sometimes you're also stubborn enough to try to keep what needs to pass away or to leave your life. I'm guilty as well. I got a Taurus, a Chiron in Taurus, and a Sun in Taurus in Western astrology, and and also Mercury. Mercury's there as well. And then in Vedic astrology, I have my Mercury in Taurus, and in the 8th house, no less. In the 8th house, no less. So I get it. I get it. I learned some very hard lessons by not letting go when I need to let go. But I'm working on it. And yeah, you guys really are loyal. So loyal to those that you love that it's hard to walk away. It's so hard to walk away, specifically from relationships that are no longer serving you because you don't want to be unloyal to them. But what's in your best interest is usually also in their best interest. And if in your best interest it is to walk away, it's actually serving their best interest as well. So keep that in mind. Then we have the Ascendant card with Outlook. And the keywords here are worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of body, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, and first impressions. So you guys might also have a loaded first house. I have Pluto in my first house and Jupiter and of course the Ascendant. So lots going on there. But you guys, it's like your whole paradigm might shift at certain points of your life, or it might shift multiple times throughout your life. I mean, very spiritual awakening vibes with this combination here, where the rug feels like it's ripped out from under your life. But this is by design. Your higher self has set this up as kind of a ticking time bomb to allow you to play in the 3D matrix, but when the going gets tough, it's time to get serious and unplug from that astral realm, unplug from that 3D matrix, and plug yourself back into the organic 5D matrix that is ripe and ready for this planet. It's there. It's been there the whole time. It's just overlaid by a bunch of yuck. It's like peeling, layers of paint. Stripping paint off a wall that, has 50 layers of different colors of paint. But the good news, the good thing about that is the more actual layers of paint, the thicker big layer of all the different layers you can pull off at once. You ever notice that? If it's just 1 or 2 layers, you kind of got to scrape and do all this stuff. And then those big outer layers that are maybe like 50 layers of paint, you could just peel them right off. So some of you have peeled off a lot of layers. I'm already seeing that. And that's what makes you amazing is you guys really do get in there, roll up your sleeves, and do the hard work and the heavy lifting when it gets to that point. But what you're working toward now is before it gets to the point or to that, hard point or everything comes to a head, you're going to be able to peel these layers off one by one as they occur, rather than waiting for them to build until it just becomes unbearable and then you just got to rip it off. And wasn't it you guys that Spirit was like, just rip off the Band-Aid? I think it was you guys. Sorry. That is your Spirit team coming through. So let's get one of the Making Magic cards. Just what else Group 2 needs to know about why they are so amazing. We have Insight. Opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. So if you don't feel you have a strong intuition or that your third eye's open, just wait. It's coming for you. It's something you're working toward. Those that already have this going on, just good job. You're doing it. You're doing the thing. You're seeing through the illusion, through the Maya of this reality and tuning in, going across this bridge, this rainbow bridge to the 5D, and you're doing it step by step. So just keep going. Keep showing up. Keep shining, because what makes you most amazing is you don't give up. Even when you probably should, right? But this is about using your insight and your intuition to know when, yes, it is time to give up on that, but it's not time to give up on this. I'm going on this. All in. Chips all in. And I think I said that on Group 1. But please let me know below, Group number 2, if this resonated, what you thought, if this was like something you're going to have to deconstruct and take notes on or journal about. Feel free to let me know all the things. I always love to hear from you in the comments and your stories, and your likes and your comments really, really do go to help me with the engagement here on my brand new channel. And to those that are sending likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and donations, I greatly appreciate you. Your donations are never ever expected, but always greatly appreciated, especially being this new channel. Once again, I'm no longer monetized, so every single donation really does help me keep doing what I love to do and showing up for you guys every day. And for donations, you can check the link for my PayPal in the description below. Again, never expected, always very highly appreciated, and thank you so much. And I hope to see you next time at Group 2 on Harmony Portal Tarot. Okay, bye! Welcome to your reading about what is amazing about you or how amazing you are. Just let me brag about you for a minute. It's okay. This is not for your ego or to fuel your ego in any way. This is more to just tune you into that soul aspect of yourself, to just build this confidence that I think is so lacking in so much of society today. So let me build you up today, and this is just me tuning into your actual energy. So there's nothing I'm doing that's special. It's just you shining your beautiful light and me tuning into that and letting the cards tell the story. And I have a lot of cards here to get on the table. I'm hoping they all fit. We might have to stack because we are going in today. We are leaving no stone left unturned. All right, so let's go ahead and find out why you are so amazing. Group number 3. So you have the number 6 card here with dragons. Slay them all. And it's very interesting because we are actually using a dragon deck. And from what I know of dragons, it is actually nothing to be slain at all, because dragons really do represent our personal power. So this to me feels like false dragons, or the thing we've been told to fear. You are slaying your fears, and what makes you amazing is you're not going to let anything hold you back. I mean, on this depiction here, she has a prosthetic leg, and she is still walking very confidently forward to face any demons or dragons or, whatever perceived fears on her horizon. She's facing them head on with this sword of truth. So what makes you amazing, Group 1, is that you don't back down from a challenge, and you decide to face these inner fears. Even if you kind of suppress them and push them down for a minute, maybe even for some of you decades, you eventually will come to face them. You're not someone who's just going to allow them to fester forever. Maybe for a while, but not forever. So let's go ahead and get some tarot in the mix and see what truly makes you amazing. You guys never give up. You have this tenacity to keep going, keep going, keep going. And we kind of tuned into that energy a bit in Group 2. But there are times when you keep going, even past an expiration date, or when something should have been long done and gone. You keep holding on because you are very loyal. But we have here, this is why this message is coming through. This came out in Group 2 as well. Of course. We're going to get into why. But yes, very loyal. And when you have a mission, nothing will stop you. We have the Knight of Swords, and this is very Knight of Swords energies, literally facing, going into battle, facing what needs to be faced with this sword of truth. So using that throat chakra, this is not like physical, like get ready to fight. No, this is more with your words, with your truth, with your message, whatever needs to be expressed. And it's not just with words, it's your creative expression with your hands, the things you create, the things you make, the things you manifest, the things you birth into being, be that your own version of you or your children. You guys, nothing can hold you back from creating what you came here to create, whatever that looks like. It's going to be different for each of you, but wow. That's what makes you amazing, is you show up. Even if you fail, on this pottery wheel here, you might fail 30 times, but you throw clay 31 times. You might fail 1,000 times, but you throw clay 1,001 times. Very much like Group 2, there might be messages in Group 2 for you guys, or maybe you had trouble deciding between Groups 2 and 3. If so, hello. You can check them both out. I won't spoiler alert Group 2 too much, but I just wanted to let you know the energies are already very, very similar. But yet I'm already sensing a lot of difference as well, so there's nuance. There's nuance to these more collective energies that are coming in. So wow, we've already set a nice little table here for what makes you amazing. I want more information. Let's see. What's the next? What did I go to next? I'm trying to do the same order I did last time in the other two groups. So what else makes a group number 3 amazing, please, Spirit? We have Lou Reed with, it says here, I think of you, but not that often. And it was very funny because before I was searching for the next deck to use, I wanted to say it, then I wanted to hold it back, then I wanted to say it. I think some of you, so this is going to be a polarizing thing because some of you are on one end of the spectrum and others of you are on the extreme other end of the spectrum. So we'll start with the first spectrum. So many of you have spent a lot of your life suppressing what you really thought, didn't say it. Like when people, you never really called anyone out, or, you know, it would take a lot to push you to the edge to finally call someone out or something out. Others of you would not shut up about certain things and would just, you know, shout from the rooftops to anyone who would hear that this person offended me, this person did this, that's not right, and I'm not standing for it. So you can see two very different ends of the spectrum, which I think both of you fall on. And this is about finding that common middle. Knowing when to speak out and when to hold back is something that you are really fine-tuning, kind of, I guess, as a lesson right now. Those that don't really speak up for themselves or others, you're learning when to speak up and stand up proud. Because energetically, even though you're not speaking, you're screaming on the inside. This is not right. I need to say something, but then you don't. But energetically, you're like an ally to whatever's going on. Then the others of you maybe say things you don't mean because you're just word vomiting a lot out. And I'm not trying to call anyone out. This is just what Spirit's showing me. But this is, again, something you're balancing, bringing back to middle, knowing when to hold your tongue and when to stand firm in what you know is right. Beautiful balancing of that energy. And it's funny because he says here, I think of you, but not that often, which is like, ouch, that was a slap. Ouch. But this, to me, is really resonating. What makes you amazing is once someone is or something is out of your life, you might think about it once in a while, but it's not like the driving force of your life. Like, say you break up with someone, you're not someone who's just going to, you know, like call them in the middle of the night and then hang up and then stalk their social media and think of them, think of them, think of them. You might at first, you know, really trying to separate your energy from them, do a little bit of these things, but after a while, you're living your life and you're like, you know, that person who? Like, what? Oh, I totally forgot about them. And maybe it's like once every 3 or 4 years, you'll check their social media just to see, you know, that curiosity aspect of you. So once you finally decide to let something go, it's pretty much gone and you don't have to worry about it so much anymore, except maybe when curiosity gets to you. But then we have here, survive your own war. So dragons, slay them all. To me, this is such an internal environment, especially to those that really, you know, hold your truth back or suppress your own voice a lot. You really are waging a war inside yourself and have in the past, but this is not a reading to call you out. This is a reading of empowerment, and what makes you amazing is the fact that as you live your life, if you haven't been able to do this yet, you are coming into your own, being able to survive your own wars, the wars that you started within yourself, or the wars that other people started within you that you had to finish. Because I'm seeing the Six of Wands now come up, that victory after a hard battle. You are getting the victory. This is, to me, feels like your own like mental depression, mental illness, any kind of mental illness label you've been given, or neurodivergent label you've been given, or you think you might resonate. Me personally, I've never been tested or anything, but I resonate like on the high functioning end of the autism spectrum, but I don't have to make that my label. And just because I think differently than a lot of people doesn't mean I'm wrong or they're wrong, or, you know, there's room for everyone. Like, that's what I've come to know. But there were so many wars I've waged within myself. Like, why can't I just be normal? Why can't I just do things the way normal people do? And really, there is no normal. We think there is, but there really isn't. And there's just this unachievable, unattainable perfection that I think so many of you have tried to go for and failed miserably because it's just not attainable. But what is attainable is tuning into your own true light, your own true love, your own higher self, your soul, and embodying that and allowing the ego to chip away or fall away or die away very slowly, or for some of you overnight, major, massive ego death. But then it says, learn to walk hand in hand with magic and loss. And again, that is so much of what your life is made of is magic, but also the losses. The losses have kind of acted as the cobblestones to the next step, but also the magic is what wove in between to make everything possible for you. So you guys really are magic. You might have even believed as a child or even now that you had some sort of mystical or magical powers. Like you would think of someone and then they'd call you on the phone, or you would have a dream about something and then it would happen. You guys have always been very tuned into your magical or, extrasensory gifts and abilities. Don't doubt those things for a second. But you can both be magical and also feel broken at the same time. Doesn't mean you are broken, but many of us, although feeling magical in one aspect, have also felt very broken in another aspect. But what's beautiful and what's amazing about you is you're bridging the gap. You're coming to that middle ground to where, yes, I understand as a human, I'm going to accrue a lot of losses of relationships, of jobs, of dreams, of whatever it is. But really, ultimately, anything that is lost to you wasn't meant for you. And I know that is such a hard pill to swallow, especially when we lose an opportunity or a relationship that we maybe, pin the rest of our life on. And now that's not working out. So now our whole life or the future we had plotted for ourselves looks completely different. But that's the beauty and the magic of you, and what makes you amazing is that basically acts as that clean slate from which you create your next beautiful masterpiece. And I know you guys are just on par, on trend with group 3s of years past on Lit and Creative, and also here now on Harmony Portal Tarot. It's not so cut and dry. Not that the other two were completely cut and dry, but you guys have this element of melancholy that just kind of pervades your energy. And, I think I do too. So that's why so many of us are attracted to group 3. So I'm not trying to call anyone out like, oh, you're melancholy, you're sad. No. It's the human part, that part that longs for our soul, that, even our egos can be sad and crying for our moms and dads, that I just need someone to take care of me, and you're the one, your soul, coming in to help take care of you. It's beautiful. It really is. It feels so, it's like melancholy beautiful. Okay, let's see. Next we are going to this deck here, the Archetype deck. How else is group 3 amazing? And please don't feel, because Spirit's like, they probably feel a little beat up by now. I hope you don't feel beat up or called out or anything, because I think what group 3 needs to understand from this reading is that so much of what you've been through in the heartache and the heartbreak and the loss that you've been through in life has set the stage, again, as that blank canvas to create something much better than what you had planned to begin with. Because so much of what you built your life or your wishes, your dreams, your everything on was like settling. Oh, that's good enough. I'll settle for this. But you're really meant for this pinnacle way over here that you may not even see. And that's why certain things had to fall away so that you could, remove those, chipped up, cracked, and dirty glasses that you were seeing life through to see your highest potential, which is huge. Yeah, very interesting. We got that bully energy here. But this is the light attribute you are embodying. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others. Helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. You are your own bully, your own worst enemy, your own self-saboteur. And again, I'm pretty sure this is my pile, so calling myself out too. Because no one can get to you the way your own thoughts do. Remember, you're surviving your own war. You're surviving your own war. And it's not just that you created this war. It's, external energy, yes, as well. Entity interference as well, because when you're in the 3D matrix, you're bombarded by these, fake dragons, false light, as we call them. Not the true light, because true dragons are of the true light. False dragons are of the false light. False dragons, entities, demons, whatever you want to label it. You're overcoming this. You're slaying them all. I mean, what a powerful presentation already being presented to you guys, group 3, that you are slaying them all. You are sweeping yourself off your own feet and no longer bullying. It's like you're all 3 parts of this, because the princess is usually in the tower, guarded by the dragon, and then the knight or the prince will come and rescue the princess from the dragon. You are both the princess trapped in the tower, the knight coming, or the prince coming to rescue the princess, and the dragon that is hoarding the princess, under lock and key. You're all 3 of these things, and also none of them. Am I confusing you, Net? No, Spirit is being very funny with your reading. The other two readings just flowed and were so mystical, so magical. But yes, so is yours. But you guys have this extra. You signed up for this little extra oomph that you have to kind of. I'm seeing like a car stuck in a rut in the mud. And once you kind of get that momentum going back and forth, and then you push forward, you just go so fast. It's almost like also pulling back the arrow. So the other two groups, it's like the arrow was already pulled back for them in ways, energetically speaking, but you had to pull back your own freaking arrow, and you had to do it yourself. I mean, you're road weary, tired. You feel, maybe have felt all your life like life was a fight. See, I can't even get my words out. I'm just like trying to express myself, and I think you guys might have even dealt with, feeling misunderstood, or trying to say something and then it didn't come out right, and then people laughed at you or you got bullied by it. But this is you overcoming all of this to tune into what you're truly here to do, which is to be this just completely mystical, magical creature that you are. So please take heart that you are so masterful and so evolved and so amazing. The fact that you even found this video, this is not a video that just any Joe off the street is going to find. So please take heart that you are amazing and that you are tuning into something that is beyond this 3D matrix. You are tuning into your own higher self, your own soul, and really creating a life for yourself that is going to start reflecting those higher vibrational aspects of you. You just had to remember who you were first. You're all of them and none of them, all at the same time. Again, Spirit wanting to confuse us on all of it. Alright, what else makes group 3 amazing? Let's save the good stuff for last. So let's really tune into the good stuff. We've set the stage for, the past yucky energy that you had to overcome and conquer to get to where you were. You survived your own war. Now what? Now what, Spirit? Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. And that's why so much of the past didn't work out, because you didn't set your sights high enough. And it feels like a slap in the face that, well, I just settled for that. I don't care. That's what I wanted. But no, your soul wanted and knows that you deserve so much more. And that's why I think we had to kind of walk together through all the darkness here to get to this beautiful light that you have. Whew. But focused intention, I talk ad nauseum in group 2 about focused intention and setting intention. So if you're here from group 2, you've already heard it. If you haven't, I will give a spiel about intention. You can set intention for everything and anything in your life. Everything. And one of the things, with this whole thing we talked about in group 2, if you don't want to be spoiled for group 2, I'm sorry. This is just literally a collective energy, and it just needs to come through. This is no longer going to the astral realm, which is in complete free fall and dumpster fire energy. It's on its last legs. The astral realm is collapsing as we speak. If you do not resonate with this energy, this message, that's fine. You can still connect to the astral realm if it's very alive and real for you. For me, what I've tuned in and realized, it is no longer for me at all. My dreams are very frustrating. They're cyclical. They're repetitive. I can't have anything good happen anymore. Like the last probably 3 or 4 months, I haven't had a good dream. And it's through no fault of my own, because I set intentions to have a good dream. But when you are, in the astral realm or the dumpster fire, what's the best possible scenario is maybe, just not crawling into the dumpster, but you're still observing it. It's like, ew, this isn't fun. So instead, what I've been doing, I've been setting my intention instead of going to the astral realm automatically every night. I'm setting my intention to connect to the organic 5D matrix. And spoiler alert, it works. There's a recalibration going on where I don't remember a lot of my dreams, but the bits and pieces and fractals of them I remember. I feel so empowered. I feel like I have slayed the dragon. I feel so good. So good. And one example is, since I've had a cell phone in 2006, 2007, I've never been able to make a successful phone call in a dream. At all. Not one. Not one. In how many years is that? Like 15 years worth of time that I've had a cell phone, I've never been able to make a successful phone call in a dream. I usually misdial, or I get stuck on a loop, or the phone dies, or I don't know how to work the phone. It's a weird flip phone with something I've never done. the number is wrong, I don't know, something. I can't make a successful phone call. The very first night that I set my intention to connect to the 5D matrix, my very first dream, I called my friend on the phone call was successful, and we met up for a birthday party. I mean, the first night I set the intention, I was able to make a successful phone call for the first time ever in my dreams, and I'm 40 years old. That's huge for me. So, every night since, I've just had this kind of, like I said, recalibration. I only remember little bits and pieces of the dream, but I know that as I continue to do this night after night, I'm seeing a lot of good results, and I have people over on my live stream that will kind of check in. We're kind of beta testing this scenario. So if you want to join us over on the live stream, link is in the description for my live stream channel below, and you can join us, and we talk a lot about these kind of things over there. A lot of spiritual stuff, a lot of collective energy, things that are going on in the collective. Twice a week we talk about these things. So come join us. We also have your Gaia Earth connection. And what were we saying too about unplugging ourselves from that 3D false light matrix and plugging ourselves into the organic construct, the true matrix of this planet. And like I said in group 2 as well, I hate it. I hate that I have to repeat myself, and I know I recently got called out in the comments that I'm spoiling the different groups by talking about the same things in each group, but these are collective energies as well. You do have to realize that. So some of the messages need to come through multiple piles. But like I was saying in that group, that crystals have to grow on a matrix. They can't just grow themselves by themselves. I mean, maybe some of them can, but most of them, are growing like with granite. Like this is just a quartz crystal cluster. This might have been on granite or some other kind of, what we consider rock. But it needs to adhere to something to be able to grow. And when we're, it can't just float around in the ether or in the air. It's too heavy to be able to do that. And our energy is too dense to just float off into our light body and just become one with the universe again. We have to, ground to something. And in this reality, it's the earth. And in the false light reality, it's the 3D matrix. But in the true, original, organic reality, it's the 5D organic matrix. So plug into organic 5D Gaia, 5D matrix. Be mindful of the planet and come back to Earth and stay grounded. But come back to Earth, meaning slay that old matrix and join us in the new matrix. It's much better and much lighter energy over here. And that's what you guys are working on, is your ascension from one version of yourself to another, from the 3D to the 5D, from, 3D consciousness to Christ consciousness, however you want to look at it. Alright, speaking of dragons, we've saved, we still have what? 3 more decks. 3 more decks to go through to get, but we're saving the good stuff for last, remember? And we've been talking about dragons this whole time. There's one. But what else makes group 3 amazing, please, Spirit? You do have a strong connection to the earth as well. And when you set your intentions, nothing can trump those intentions. No 3D bully, no 3D entity, no darkness, no. Your intentions override all that crap, all that BS. And your connection to earth is unparalleled. So get out in nature, connect with the animals, the earth, the crystals. You might even have a really strong connection to crystals, plants, animals, flora, fauna, all of it. You're connected, you love them, they love you, you are them, they are you, you're none of it, right? Okay. Tuning into the energy of the dragons, what makes group 3 amazing? The fire dragon. Burn up the lower energies around you, and that's what you're doing. The dumpster fire. You're becoming the fire that consumes the dumpster fire of the astral realm to integrate, plug into the new, but original, but new to you, again, old, but new, but original, organic 5D matrix. Yes. And it says here, you are safe and protected. Be determined, yes, and inspired to clear your soul pathway. So you're doing a lot of healing, a lot of cleansing, a lot of purging. Phoenix rising from the ashes energy here as well. You're doing a lot of that. And then we have the white gold dragon from Lyra. So we might have some Lyra starseeds in the house, or Lyran starseeds in the house. Connects you to the highest Christ light. Yes, we've already been talking about this. Develop your causal chakra. Bathe in 9th dimensional Christ light. Yes, you're no longer attuned to that 3D matrix. It feels, and when you are dipping toes in this 3D matrix, it feels gross, it feels dirty, it feels disgusting to you. It's like bully energy. It stands out like a sore thumb to you, and you are here for the princely energy, the Christ energy, the 5D Gaia energy. Yes. All right, what else does group 3 need to know about how amazing they are? And I'm going to actually restart this camera before I forget, because it ran out in the other 2 piles, and I had to kind of backtrack. We're not going to have to do that with you. You've done all that work to start, so now you can just spring yourself forward with that arrow. What else makes group 3 amazing? And there they are. So we have here, come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance and desires. Yes, what is yours will come to you. You are attracting, that focused intention will bring you your highest manifestations. Because nothing can trump your focused intention, group 3. Nothing. Nothing. So you are bringing to you that which is yours, and nothing could keep away that which is actually meant for you. Nothing. We also have the sun. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. So you're connecting to the great central sun. Many people do believe, and you know, if this is your belief system, great. If not, great, that the sun that we see out in the sky is, again, like a false sun. Something put there by, you know, the 3D construct. So if you don't resonate with the actual sun you see in the sky, or if the sun that you resonate with is something different, feel free. But this is about you. What makes you amazing is you do find those pockets of joy even in the darkness, and you enjoy your life in those moments where you are feeling bliss to the fullest. You have such a life force energy, and you have this vitality to be able to bring about success in your life in all areas: work, career, your personal life, your relationships, your family, just all of it. You are the key. You are the, you know, lowest common denominator between all the things around you and the relationships and people around you. And almost like you are the sun energy, not in an egotistical kind of way, but it's almost like you create such a reality for yourself that it also reverberates out to other people. So what makes you amazing is you can transform the energy of a room. Much like as an empath, which I believe you probably are, group 3, you will walk into a room and you can sense that there was just a fight there. But instead of you taking on all that nasty, toxic energy, you just shine your beautiful, radiant light and make everybody happy again. And not in a spiritually bypassy type of way. This is a pure joy kind of way that helps everybody around you see through the negativity and to the beauty of life. And this is very inner child, also very sun energy, obviously, because it's a sun card. But sun meaning like your soul. But this is very inner child. Bringing that inner child out to play once in a while would only benefit you guys. And you guys might even enjoy hanging out with children. If you have your own children, they bring so much joy to your life. Or, you know, those who are aunties and uncles, you bring so much joy to the children in your life's life. Yeah, that's right. And also just children in general. Maybe you, if you even don't have children, you go to a grocery store and little kids wave at you. Like you're just, it's such a pure energy though. It's such a pure, beautiful energy. All right, let's see. We've got 2 more decks to go through. So 3 more cards total. Oh, there's one. What makes a group 3 amazing? Let's make it a good one, Spirit. What do they need to know about how amazing they are? And it was back here. Okay. So we have here conjunction, empowerment. So we have here combines with, enhances, strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, authorizes, allies with, concentrates, saturates, overrides, and overwhelms in the best possible way. So yes, your intentions will override, like we were saying. It will override any other false light, darkness, whatever. Your intentions will override all of that. But also you are someone, again, you enhance that beautiful, loving, joy energy, and it spreads out like a ripple, like we were just talking about. And also you activate that beautiful internal light within everybody around you. Even the bullies in your life, you activate this light within them that might confuse them and make them mad at you. Again, you might have Pluto like in the 1st house, or you're very Plutonic in nature. Maybe even Pluto in the 8th house could possibly create this. Or whatever house Pluto is in for you, whatever people are associated with that house, you trigger those types of people like crazy. If you have Pluto in the 4th house, you might trigger your mother. If you have Pluto in the 10th or 9th house, you might trigger your father. Pluto in the 3rd house, trigger your younger siblings. Pluto in the first house, you trigger yourself into triggering everybody. And I could keep going on and on and on, but find out wherever Pluto is in your chart, and then whatever house it's in, find what people represent that house. 5th house would be your children. 7th house would be your partner, and on and on and on. I think there's maybe only 3 or 4 houses I didn't talk about, but if you're one of those and want to know, you can ask in the comments and I'll answer it for you. And we also have Chiron. Of course, that's why we had to really start from this seemingly low place, or I'm like, well, Spirit's really painting a picture here. I knew it was going to pick up and be very beautiful, but none of the other piles did we have to really start scraping bottom of the barrel and really tune into why you've been through all you've been through. But now I know why. And again, I think this came out in group 2. I do believe. It's been a long time. I've been filming forever, it seems like, but in a good way. I love this. I love this so much. But Chiron is all about healing. So you're healing, empowering yourself. You're showing up for yourself day after day after day, and you're showing up for those that don't have a voice. You're a voice for the voiceless. Beautiful. So healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, yes, divinity, cleansing, softness, and pain. There's all that pain we tuned into earlier, but you're slaying it all. You're slaying it all. You guys are master healers. So if you didn't know that, that's one of the things that makes you amazing, is you heal others by empowering them, by talking them up, bragging them up. Maybe you yourself are a tarot reader that wants to do a reading like this, or you have done a reading like this, just bragging people up, fluffing up their aura a little bit and just giving them the love. It's beautiful. You guys are a healing, joyful light. And also there's this childlike sense of wonder within you, and it really triggers other people's inner child as well. You guys trigger people both for good and for bad, but even for bad, it feels like it's triggering them to uplift their life, to, stop settling for themselves, like you maybe had settled in your past. All right, one more Making Magic card. What else makes group 3 amazing? I can't wait to edit this. This is going to be a long, big daddy of a video, but I'm here for it. All right, group 3. What makes group 3 amazing? Triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. And how hilarious is this, going back to the more beginning of you being the prince, the princess, and the dragon? Triple moon. What? Mind blown. Yes, I don't think I need to say anything else. You're embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly, but we're connecting to the right construct of the earth, the organic 5D matrix. Yes, we are. 5D is where it's at, or above. 5D or above. And even when you go into the dream state, you can say 5D or above. You can say 12D. You can say whichever one you want. There are no limits here. You don't have to play in that dumpster fire of the astral realm anymore, is basically my main point with that whole example. And I hope I didn't prattle on too long about all of this. I just genuinely want to help in any way I possibly can. And I got called out again. Someone told me to get to the point in my comments. But you know what? I did get to the point eventually. And Spirit has ways of speaking that I can't just say, okay, Spirit, get to the point. I don't want to hear all this. I need to bring forward what Spirit is showing me. So maybe TikTok and the 2-second attention span is better place for people that want me to get to the point. Buckle up. Yeah, over here we do slightly longer readings. My apologies to those that don't like longer readings. It just might not be for you. See, I'm already speaking my truth. Look at this. I'm coming more to the middle to be able to speak up. Yes! All right, group 3, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're still here, put a sun emoji. You are the sun. You radiate your own beautiful, beautiful, passionate, fiery light that completely destroys the dumpster fires of the 3D matrix and the astral realm. You guys are amazing. You are just so transformational and so needed on this planet. I can't express enough how much I am just so grateful to you for being here and having to face all of this to get to your magic. You're masterful. You're powerful, group 3. So please let me know below what you thought, if it resonated. Drop that sun emoji if you feel so inclined. I always love to hear from you guys, and of course all of those likes and your comments on my video do help the engagement over here on my brand new channel. I'm not monetized, so every single teeny tiny and big and everything in between donation really does go to help this channel thrive and grow even more, and donations are never expected but always greatly appreciated, and the link for my PayPal is in the description below. And I just want to say thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you Group 3 right here back at Harmony Portal Tarot. Alright you guys, bye!